drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builder. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery, nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builder. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery, nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builder. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery, nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builder. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery, nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builder. Bag your bitch, she good as grocery, nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builder. Bag your bitch, she good as.
Yo, this is to the street.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Man, I done woke up in the middle of the night. I just felt like just jumping on, man. Just seeing what the temperature is on YouTube. I'm looking through the YouTube streets. I'm laughing at some of these motherfucking YouTubers and shit. You know, y'all been seeing all the news been going on through the YouTube streets. Who we got in here, man? Who we got in here? Salute Sandra Davis, New Orleans in the house, R. Bird, Vinny, Jenny. I'm sorry, I said Vinny. Jenny Velez, Gary Chavez, All Night Flight. I don't know about All Night Flight. I just woke up, so I don't know if y'all gonna be up all night. I might be up for a couple of hours and shit. You know. I did tell myself I was gonna go work on I wanted to get up early in the morning. I need to cut my yard. I need to go pick up some material for somewhere tomorrow. But besides that, you know, I ain't got a lot to do tomorrow. I might go do a little bit of something on this little project that I'm working on tomorrow. Not much. I don't like to work much on Sundays. Melissa, what's good? I'm gonna drop the link, man, and anybody want to come up and, you know, just talk some shit, talk about the news that we've been, you know, all the stuff that I've been dropping off this week as far as on the cases that I've been bringing, you know, that I've been breaking down and everything from what the people have been telling us from the courthouse. I want to know y'all opinion. I don't want to just be doing all the motherfucking talking and all that shit. I want to know what y'all think. You know, I don't know if y'all get a chance to tell people how y'all feel about, you know, what's going on in the court case and all that. I know everybody don't have a channel where you can actually get up there and, you know, say what you want to say or whatever, but yeah, here's the chance. Y'all know I don't be dropping it all the time. I be meaning to sometimes, but I just don't all the time. But of course, I'm going through the YouTube streets and I'm seeing all kind of different reactions, different talking points. You know, some people still hanging on this Megan thing. I think Megan ain't do it. I don't think she did this and that. They you can tell they ain't listening to that bit of the motherfucking goddamn evidence. They still holding on tight. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's about who you like at the end of the day, right? I wasn't really a fan of neither one of these two, you know what I'm saying, to be honest. Well, to be honest, lately I have, after I've heard a lot of like freestyles and shit like that, I have become a fan of both of their music. Just their music. As far as Tory Lanez, I've found a different kind of respect for him because see, he could have been bust this thing wide open and just like, man, she did it. she shot her friend. You know what I'm saying? He could have been did that, but he hasn't done that. So I guess you got to give him a little credit for not just going all the way out and just, you know, just snitching on the girl. And not just only that, man, there's been other things that's been going on in the YouTube streets or just in the real streets. As far as did y'all hear that they trying to kill TikTok? Yeah, man, they trying to get rid of TikTok. Let me pull that shit up, man. Which is fucked up. My son got a pretty active TikTok channel. And I see they're trying to push TikTok out the door. Of course, they would want to do that because you know, YouTube, they're trying to get more of their shorts popping. So they would prefer probably YouTube since YouTube is a American, you know, company or whatever. Let me pull this up real quick, y'all. Yeah, since YouTube is a American company, they want to get rid of TikTok now. Because TikTok is I think they said Chinese company. It's run by the Chinese. You know they ain't hearing that shit. Run by China. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Show y'all, just in case y'all haven't seen this. Yeah, in case you didn't know, yeah, they trying to get rid of TikTok. See, Trump started that shit. Yeah, Trump was the first one talking about TikTok, and now what I seen, the Senate done passed a bill that would ban the TikTok app. Here it is right here. I'll show y'all where I seen it at. This might not be the one that I actually seen, but I'm just bringing this to y'all attention. Yeah, I could look up a couple of them. Make that a little bigger.
TikTok, among the most visited sites in the world, used by an estimated 100 million Americans every month. Massively popular, except maybe in Washington.
I've been expressing concerns about TikTok for months on end.
The Senate now passing a new GOP-led bill that would keep government devices from accessing TikTok, an app owned by a parent company based in China.
This administration needs to force TikTok to put up a firewall, the U.S. TikTok, between itself and Beijing.
A separate bipartisan proposal introduced this week would ban TikTok altogether in the U.S., citing security concerns. Neither bill is likely to become law this session, but it all highlights the growing push in government. A dozen states, including 2 more today alone, now forbid TikTok on some or all employee devices.
We do have national security concerns, at least from the FBI's end.
TikTok has said it does not store U.S. user data in China and does not share information with the Chinese government. It's negotiating a deal with the Justice Department to address security concerns.
The legislation that you've seen in the states and in the Senate doesn't actually solve any real problem at all. We've been working with the federal government on a solution that we believe solves any perceived problem with TikTok beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Some lawmakers do use the platform to get their message out, just like tens of millions of Americans who use TikTok not just for fun, but for news, info, and more.
I don't think using TikTok increases the risk you face from Chinese espionage. Doesn't mean we should like TikTok, and Congress clearly doesn't, but nothing that users need to worry about right now.
Hallie Jackson, NBC News, Washington.
So I don't think they're trying to ban it as far as like just the normal consumer. I think that's just they're just meaning from government officials. They just don't want them using that shit. I think that's what it is. They don't want their ass going out there TikTok and then coming in there and got them talking about a government plan. Let that shit out. But I knew Trump was already talking about that shit several months ago. So who pulling up on me, man? Who gonna start the discussion off? Who gonna pop some shit off tonight, man? This wasn't no scheduled live. I know I didn't schedule it. I just popped the fuck up. I know I just popped up. Let me pin this. No, I just popped up. So I guess I keep on to just start talking about some shit, huh? So what else we got? Oh, I was listening to this chick right here, man. I'm listening to this chick. And this shit kind of funny because you got people calling in, and you got people calling in, and one acting like Megan and the other one acting like Kelsey. And the shit kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie. Let me see, man. Let's see if y'all wanna hear this shit.
And riding his car. We already know. I was just waiting for you to tell me. I never expected you to not know. I knew you weren't loyal to nobody. You was disloyal to your friends. You always been disloyal to me. You changed all our things. You just been chasing your bag the whole time.
Let me turn the music down a little bit.
That's real funny, right? Because you say it like it's a joke. Clearly it is. Nah. Let's stop with the fake shit. You said it like it's a joke. I could have been left this earth. You know, I've been a friend of you and been loyal to you even when you have done me wrong. Girl, bye. You just
they role playing, y'all.
In my damn face that you've been knowing that I've been sleeping with Tori. So a real person, since you're so real, why you just didn't tell me when you first found out? The real friend would have told me that you was that good. Well, girl, you already said I was fake and I was acting fake. Okay, listen, this not gonna work. It's either you gonna talk or I'm gonna talk, but we can't talk at the same time. I'm gonna have you, all right, I'm gonna help you out through this case. But after this, we done. I'm gonna make sure that this man gets what he deserves, because you didn't deserve that. I don't trust you. You sound like a liar. Our friendship is done. You sound like a liar. I ain't lying. I already knew. Okay, well, you know, I don't want to be your friend. I don't need you to do no favors for me. You lie in court if you want to. Your ass committing perjury and you're gonna go to jail. So go ahead and lie. Make my damn day. I don't care what you do, Kelsey. Get on that stage and lie. I don't need you to do no favors for me. Nobody but yourself. Because sometimes you need a lawyer to yourself. Okay, girl, you know so much about me. You all criticizing me. Look in the damn mirror. Clearly, if I'm such an effed up friend, then what type of naive hoe you is? You follow all up in my ass. You want to know everywhere I go, your ass go. Do you have a mind on your jam on? Why do I gotta protect you 24/7? No, you're not doing shit for me. Girl, bye. I protect you. Go find a damn talent and put some clothes on. Go take care of your kid. Ain't you a mama now? Ain't you a mama? Don't even go there. You know how we always be pool. But I just wanted to let you know I already knew. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you know. That's good. After this case, we ain't friends no more. Bitch, we were never friends. We was never friends. You right. You was never a friend.
Hey, they ain't shit.
I was not. How could I be friends with somebody as weak as you? I ain't weak. You're very weak. You up here in the bed with 1501. Your life is destroyed. You see how they did me with the contracts. You see how they try to manipulate me. 1501. You turned on me. You turned on too.
Oh, you turned on me.
You turned on everybody. But I'm
Stop.
you love being a victim. You love being a victim. I'm gonna have your back this last time, but you will never have a friend like me. Okay, and that's good because I don't want a friend like you ever in life. I don't want a friend like you.
Y'all think that's how Meg feel for real?
Good news. I would never have a friend like Kelsey. Amen to that. You right about that. You right. You sure on that one. You right. There'll never be another me. You right, and I don't want to either. Like we supposed to. I'm gonna show you what a real friend is. I'm gonna ride this case out with you to the end. Girl, but after that, after this, you don't have to gas me up. I ain't got you. You can gas yourself up so far. You got yourself in this far in trouble. I ain't have to put on the pedal. You did that to yourself. All I had to do was sit back and keep my mouth shut and watch. You could have told me. I thought we was better than that. Found out I want nothing to you. Want nobody around you.
Look, I heard on one a little earlier that was so funny, y'all. I was in here dying. Hold up. I want y'all to hear some of these callers.
Caller from 317. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I just want to tap in real quick and let y'all guys know that I am Dr. Michelle. And I think they hold that against her a lot. You know, people can't stand for a woman to be.
Let me hear this bullshit.
To add to this conversation is.
Now, here's a lady calling in, and you can tell she's really brainwashed. And I'm not just saying that because I'm saying this because we all sitting here watching the same goddamn trial. But listen to what this motherfucker gonna say.
I believe Thee Stallion.
This is where I came in and heard this.
Judge her because she's confident. She can be in public on stage, half naked, and feel good about that. She's not interested with Michelle.
So that's confident. You can come in and be on stage half naked and feel good about yourself. You're telling me that's confidence. To me, confidence is when a woman can be fully clothed and know she damn sexy as a motherfucker. She walk out that house and she ain't got her titties all busting out, but you can see them. You can tell by the shape and all that. You know they there. She has that shape or whatever. She has a walk. She don't have to goddamn expose everything. She leaves something for the eye to wonder about. And a real man gonna be like, damn, that's a fine woman. See, when you put all that shit out there like that, only thing you doing, that's like being in the water and cutting yourself for the sharks. Yeah, when you do all that shit and exposing all that, that's like cutting yourself in the water. That's just gonna bring the hungry sharks. But you're still good meat. You know what I'm saying? You're still there. So don't never believe that it's confidence is just overexposing yourself. That doesn't do shit but bring thirsty niggas. And if you wonder why the only thing you run into ain't shit niggas, that's the reason why. Because you putting out thirst traps. You're not putting out, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get some quality if you're putting out shit for, thirsty niggas. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion as a man. When I see women half naked, yeah, I'm thinking like, damn, I want to smash, but I'm not thinking, damn, I'll marry her. Or I want to marry her. Or I can get with her and not have a fucking hard time. I'm thinking about some niggas don't think about that. Some niggas do like, they thinking what they did. Me, I'm thinking about how much trouble you gonna get. So I think there's a lot of females aim anyway. You know what I'm saying? They like, okay, I want to make sure a nigga know he gonna have a lot of trouble with me. Let a nigga know he gonna have to spend a lot of money fucking with me. So I guess that's just how some think. But if you're just trying to bag a dude that actually wants you for your quality, that ain't the route to go, just in my opinion.
And I think they hold it.
But I ain't gonna talk over her. I'm gonna let her say what she gonna say first, and then I'm gonna expound over it because I want y'all to be able to hear what she said.
I'm tapping with those things to let y'all guys know that I am Dr.
Okay, calling from 936. You're live on the air.
She drowned that nigga out for real. Salute, steady grinder.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. What I wanted to add to this conversation is I believe Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of people judge her because she's confident. She can be in public on stage, half naked, and feel good about that. She's not insecure with herself. And I think they hold that against her a lot. You know, people can't stand for a woman to be a free spirit like that and happy-go-lucky and everything. And I'm supporting it. The times that I've seen her talk about her situation, what she endured, you know when a person's telling you truth. Those tears were real. You shot her, and you should be accountable for it. Now, as far as the Kelsey situation,
She's still sitting here talking about you shot her and you should be accountable for it. You ain't even finished the damn trial yet, though. Ain't that some shit?
can you say, well, I'm going to try to say this as best as I can. When it comes to Mr. Tory Lanez and Kelsey and Meg, Tory should be considered community DICK. He is someone you don't trip about. As a matter of fact, they should be getting it. If there is any discussion that should be going on between Meg and Kelsey at that time, did you get yours or is it your turn?
Everybody can agree to that. But somebody got mad and had to pull a gun. Somebody else got mad and wanted the cop block on that man trying to smash some other shit. See, this is the delusional mind of some of these females. I'm not saying all of y'all, because some of y'all are got some good mind. But these lost ones, they'll get right there and try to play all this. I'm a bad bitch attitude, and I don't need that nigga, this and that. But you can't stand when a nigga look over your ass. The nigga like, you old news. You supposed to be a player. If you gonna go behind your home, if I know I'm talking to this one girl that you hook me up with, then I see you turn around and you trying to smash me behind your home girl. Me as a dude, especially as a single dude, I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna smash both of y'all. Fuck it. But I do not expect you to be mad about it. I don't expect y'all to have a whole falling out about it and all that shit. I'm just thinking that maybe it was a backdoor deal. Y'all was cool with it. But for you to come and be mad about it and then want to control me, but you can't control yourself, what kind of goddamn confidence is that? I don't get this person's mindset. And she's dead ass serious. She ain't even playing. You calling him community dick, well, what the fuck you call him? If he's supposed to be community dick, what you call these motherfuckers?
I know that sounds crazy, but...
Yeah, everything you saying sounds crazy.
That is community DICK, that's all that is. And if Kelsey was really serious about him, serious about being with someone, she wouldn't have picked him for a person. I think the reason why Meg has done that is because she already knows what's going on with that. So why trip about that dude? That is not a future or a husband. And I believe. And
see, and you can tell these type of women are, you know, the type of women that would never take accountability. Because here you don't want this woman to take accountability. You're acting like she was like, fuck that nigga, I don't care about it or whatever. Hell, that was her that was fighting over the nigga. Nobody else was willing to tell the driver to turn back around because I forgot a slipper, then go in there and force the nigga to leave. Nobody else took their bags out of their own car and put it in this man's car because you didn't want to leave. Because you refused to go home by yourself. She was planning on fucking this nigga that night. She wasn't even gonna let her homegirl have the nigga that night. She was gonna take over and she was planning on having this nigga for herself that night. This is not your nigga. Why you ain't got your own nigga? If your homegirl is the one fucking him, why are you calling this nigga and FaceTiming this nigga for you? All the niggas in LA, you calling your homegirl nigga. And you got a whole bunch of females that's still confused. What's good, Jonathan?
That's what it is. Do it to her because he has a violent nature. Anyone that does something like that and then not about, you know he did that. Okay, and then two, what he did to Officer Alcina, he denied that. Okay, the restraining order that she had on him. He had a restraining order on him due to what he did. He violated that. I don't know if y'all remember that. I think the reason why he violated the restraining order is because that was a way of intimidating her, causing her to fear him, you know, due to this case. You know, we're just now getting around to this. At that time,
you see how she's projecting all of these shits on this man? She's saying, "Oh, well, he violated her and this and that." No, she was goddamn using a false accusation against this man. Because guess what? She went on Gayle King. She went on Gayle King and talked about the situation. But he couldn't go nowhere and talk about his situation. He couldn't defend his name, but she can further her narrative on his name. Now the evidence don't lie. The evidence don't lie. Them folks said this DNA evidence, that man shit wasn't on the gun. Oh, I can't wait to hear what this other witness said. I can't wait to hear what this damn witness gonna say. This person that was sitting on the high rise. What's good, Mia Bell? Good. I can't wait to see what that witness saw with their own two eyes. And I want to hear what these same kind of women gonna keep saying, trying to act like that it didn't happen. This motherfucker got caught lying on somebody to save face to people like this.
He showed up there, you know, he knew that the restraining order was in place, and he did that to cause her fear. That's another example of.
I dropped the link down there. Anybody want to come up and say anything?
What do you think about that?
I think you may be right. I want to know, what do you think about Kylie Jenner? Because you know this happened outside of Kylie Jenner place.
Yeah, well, you know, we already know how that little group is. You know, they'll do anything to get attention. Anything to get attention. You know, I hope no one gets offended by it, but it is what it is. You know, they have a thing against black women. You know, they're jealous of black women. It is just a fact. You know, they'll do anything for attention. She wants to be in the limelight. She probably has sex with you too. Hey, you know, they are hating on Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of people sitting out there want the focus to be about this.
Now, how in the hell is Kylie Jenner them hating on Megan Thee Stallion? Meg came to their house. They ain't come to Meg's house. They over here with billions, with all the black niggas they can find. They got niggas lined up trying to goddamn drop babies in them for some reason. These motherfuckers be delusional out here, man. This woman had to kick your ass out of her house. You obviously didn't want to leave your side nigga at her house. Who would sound like jealous? Who was just talking? This is I'm looking at another YouTuber. I think her name Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl XOXO. She's a big platform, and I just was happen to be scrolling down my YouTube, and I was just listening to people's reaction and shit, and I just thought it was funny, the callers that were calling in and stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to, while I was watching it, I was just talking and bullshit, and I just figured I'll kind of go over, because some of these people that were calling in was just kind of funny.
No, her being a snake going, that's community penis, okay? That dude is not worth a crap. Make a little money or whatever, he looks like a leprechaun. That's community penis. That ain't nothing to be insecure about. And that, I believe that's just why Megan feel comfortable doing. You know, that's just a piece.
And then it's funny how they be quick to try to call this man all kind of names and shit. But what does that make her if he ain't shit? He a little leprechaun. He ain't shit and all that shit. But you supposed to be the top female in the game. All y'all females are saluting her and acting like she goddamn God, the woman God. But she has to go so low to fuck behind her friend. What does that say about her? When she just fucked 2 other niggas, it was in 3 days. But they want to be quick to say what her sex life got to do with it. It got a lot to do with it. It tells her goddamn character.
That ain't nothing you can be tripping about. You know, like I said, Chelsea moved on like that. Well, she married now? How did that happen? So why is you tripping about this? You know, she supposed to have stood.
Yeah, she married now, and you know, now you got these guys looking at both of them sideways.
I mean, see about her. This is a woman thing. The dude wasn't about nothing anyway. They supposed to have got their money and moved on and found them some nice guys to marry. Chelsea is wrong. You know, such thing as being a snake when you on a community team. That ain't nothing. That's just in the college and all that. We already know what that's about. She looking for some attention. She wants some spotlight. She knows that she's lying and not supporting Megan. She's supposed to be supporting Megan, but Megan is hot. I don't care what nobody say. She is doing her thing. And they are jealous of Megan. They are jealous of her. They've been jealous of her for a long time. Talking about this person on deal with. We're not worried about all that. The focus right now is the fact that man shot her. He did that. He did that.
She said the fact that man shot her. She ain't looking at the facts though. It's never coming across her mind that her friend might have shot her. 5 shots were let off and this man don't have no DNA on the gun. That tells you a whole lot. But it's stuck in some of these people's mind that it is a fact that he shot her without the evidence to prove it. Like I said, I can't wait till that witness just tell. If that witness say, I saw Tori shoot her, I'm gonna be speaking a whole different way next week. I'm like, damn, Tori's a fuck ass nigga for doing that. But as long as this evidence stay the way it's going, I just gotta say, well, damn, her friend ain't shit. She ain't shit. Because of the fact that they getting up here and they lying. This case should be open and shut. If what y'all say is true, this should be an open and shut case.
And if it just so happens that she loses the case, it's not because it didn't happen. Like we're talking about, people can be paid off. But God, no. God, no, that doesn't mean that he don't get you. And I believe he has a drug problem too. When the officer else saying, look at.
Now the man got a drug problem. You can't make this shit up.
So when he did all the stuff, the man walking through what he was doing when he was involved in him, no trouble, he was even by himself. You know, for you to attack someone like that and blindside them and then brag about that. Remember, he not only attacked all this stuff, he bragged about it and then turned around and denied it. Everybody's talking about, oh, you know, Megan, she denied having sex with him. I feel the reason why Megan Thee Stallion denied having sex with him.
They get a justification. They get a justification. Oh, I feel the reason she denied having sex with him. Now they get a justification. Why did she deny? Why did she come on there and volunteer a big ass lie? Go ahead and tell us, man.
Tory Lanez is because she's trying to look out for the future. You know, a lot of men don't like when a woman talks their business.
You're right.
Especially if you're doing some little secret things. So I think
she talking about she trying to protect her future. So pretty much, you want to be a thought in the closet, and then you want some nigga to come and marry that shit. She's trying to protect that future. She don't want her future man to know how much a thought she is. So there's gonna be some man that's gonna meet her one day, and he's thinking that he got his goodies to himself, but every nigga he run into in the industry, he gotta have that nigga laughing at him behind these niggas laughing at him. Like, man, this nigga here with this thought. He go into a room with Megan. He see Ben Simmons, he see the baby, and he see Tory Lanez, and probably whatever nigga, who else she done been messing with? Moneybag Yo. That's 4 niggas in the industry. Say all 4 of them niggas at a party, and her boyfriend go to a party with her, and he got to see all 4 of these niggas. How you think that make that man feel? That all 4 of them men that had a piece of his woman, and he walking around like he just got a prize. That make a man feel a certain type of way. I can imagine how that dude party feel right now. Cause she get up there talking about my own boyfriend embarrassing me, my mate embarrassing me. Hell, I would be too. If everywhere I go, I gotta see niggas that done smashed my woman, niggas that my woman done sucked up and that did all this kind of freaky shit for. I'ma feel a little certain type of way. Same way a woman gonna feel some type of way if she knows she got a dude that done smashed this chick, that chick, and then you walk in a room and all them chicks in the same fucking room together.
She did that. But you know, she know all about the street.
Oh, girl, it's none of your business who she's sleeping with. That is personal and that's private. She don't owe nobody shit about who she's sleeping with. Who did she got in her damn mouth? And then hold on, sister girl.
And seeing these chicks will lie to each other. They be like, oh yeah, girl, ain't nothing wrong with fucking each other, fucking all these different men. That's her business. Why y'all worrying about that? Because it matters in the case.
Let Megan be one of them hoes, like what's her name, Selena Gomez or whatever. If she would have came out, oh, I'm on Tory D. I'm sucking such and such D. I'm on his D. Y'all would be dragging her for that. Well, why you telling us about his business? Man, you so messy. We don't need to know that. She's always trying to get attention out of telling us what man she's sleeping. Oh, girl, that ain't cute. Why you bragging about being with him? Freaky wise. That's so nasty. But when bitches have decorum and don't put their business out on Front Street, then it's a problem too.
That's right. And since she did it out of respect, I mean, she should have came in.
Out of respect.
Well, I ain't telling no goddamn body who did been in my mouth. How about that?
You got people writing books about all the people they done been with.
I would never. Bitch, please.
See, that's that sneaky, freaky shit that most niggas be scared of. This is why most men are scared to get married. Because you have women like this that are like, oh, I ain't gonna tell you. I would never tell everybody that I fucked 3 niggas in 4 days. And you got a man that gotta sit there and just be goddamn embarrassed like a motherfucker, don't even know it. These niggas over here can't even respect him. Like, damn, you wife that? Shit.
But a big time motherfucking celebrity, you would never find out about it, ho.
Right. Listen to these type of washed up people.
Pay me to do that shit. Never. I want to know about y'all though in the comment section. Would you guys tell people who deep been in your mouth? Press 4 if you don't mind telling people who D's been up in your mouth. Press 8 if you feel like that is personal and that is private. You have a right to not have that information out here in these damn streets. I'm a private motherfucker. But go ahead.
Yeah. And I feel like she might should have worded it different instead of just coming out saying, denying that it happened. She might have should have worded it different. But I feel that she didn't.
How the hell she should have worded it different? What could she have said? Well, she said, did you have sex with Tory Lanez? How could you word it different? Well, I might have tripped and fell on his dick, but it wasn't like exclusive or nothing like that. Ain't that your homegirl? Didn't you hook up with your homegirl? But not really. This shit sound ridiculous. Did she? I didn't even know that. Now this make more sense.
Well, she gave the response. The response is through the.
And you know, it's mostly these transformers that's pushing this Meg agenda. I noticed that, y'all. Everywhere that I seen people in this Meg ain't do nothing, he did it type of movement, they all led by a lot of transformers. And that's no hate to them or nothing like that. That's no bashing of them. I know that anytime you say anything that doesn't favor them, people try to look at, oh, you don't like these type of people, or you bashing or some bullshit. No, we're just telling the truth. Because transformers shouldn't be able to talk down on regular men also, but they do it all the fucking time. They do it all the damn time. And they try to pedestal these type of women that no men want.
Privacy again too. You know, she can mess up a blessing in the future for herself. She's making it smart. She gave that answer because if she needs someone on the side with a lot of money that may be married or something, she's not gonna rest him out. She making it all about the code and everything. Okay, now check it out. Everybody calling out. Well, when he shot her, why couldn't she just say it right off? You know, because she was trying to. See, Megan is two different personalities.
Hold on, let me check something real quick.
See, they making all the excuses in the world to try to excuse her bad behavior. And now all of a sudden they try to act like they know her personally. See, Megan's smart. See, Megan, she's wise. See, if you call this wise and smart and confident and all this shit, they won't call a fucking spade a spade.
I meant to say Selena Powwow. You know what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say Selena Gomez. Selena Powwow. Come on now, keep up. Y'all know what I meant. Stop. Don't be acting like that. Selena Gomez don't got nothing to do with this. Go ahead.
That's right. You know, like also I wanted to say something too, like they were talking about in the beginning, they kept asking her who shot her, and she was kind of dragging her feet about it. You know, I think that Megan Thee Stallion is a very sweet person. You know, she got that street little sexy thing about her, but at the same time she is a classy woman too. And she's trying to respect too many people.
A classy woman? Did we change the definition of classy woman? Did we change the definition of a classy woman?
She's getting the short end of the stick here, the cold in the streets and all that. She didn't want to rat him out. She did not want to do that. I think she was afraid. She really didn't know what to do. She was in shock. And then two, she didn't want to ruin him. They want to try to make it seem like she wanted to ruin him, but if she wanted to do that, she would have did it right off the top. She didn't want to do that. I don't think she wanted to ruin him. I don't think she wanted to do anything. This thing just blew up. It just blew up. You know, it's all this little petty stuff about who was sleeping with who was giving this person oral sex. All that don't matter. What matters is he shot her, he is guilty, and he should do whatever time that they all.
You want me to talk about the Combo 6 situation? Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on that. I have not been doing a whole bunch of research. I kind of was waiting to try to see what unfolded with that. When I look on YouTube, I see a whole bunch of bias, you know what I'm saying, speaking on it, you know what I'm saying. Now what I've seen what I believe is, you know, of course those, you know, they went all down there and everything. And for instance, I see that, you know, the dude came back and he lied to the girl mama and everything. And I see that they are extraditing some of the people back over there or whatever. And I kind of want to see what real details, but it's hard to get real details out of Mexico because they're kind of covering up for their damn self also. You know, they don't want to look like, you know, they did anything reckless, but, you know, obviously there's a couple of reckless things that was done in that situation. But I'm going to get some more details about that situation. I will bring that to light.
Really think he should do. And he needs to stop snorting cocaine too, by the way.
They did all that freaky stuff to try to throw off the narrative. They wanted to have distractions in the circus. That's all that was.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you sure right about everything, but I appreciate you calling. You didn't trigger people to call.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. B.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. All right, we're going to let her go. All right, make sure y'all call in now. Make sure we get some likes. Let's get these likes up. These likes looking kind of sad. Caller from 916. You're live on the air.
What's up, Ms. B?
What's going on, boo?
I think this is funny.
I'm glad to be able to call in this evening. I want to get on this whole Thee Stallion.
Come on, get on
that. Two things could be true at the same time is what I'm thinking. And I wish there was some way so we can actually see the actual fucking court records, because all these different blogs coming up with all these different things, and sometimes they don't even be right. They saying it was DNA, this, that, and the third. But as far as two things could be right at the same time, in my opinion. Megan could be wrong for sleeping with that boy if she knew that was her girl's dude at the time. She's wrong, and that's why she was keeping it a secret.
Okay, can I interrupt you real quick? Can I say something? You know, why does it matter? I'm sure Tory did a lot of wrong, right? But we're not bringing up in the court. We can say Tory was wrong for...
There get that deflection again. So he wrong because he's a single man. He's not committed to the woman that he's, messing with. And then the friend come behind her and want to sleep with her. He's wrong for doing what men do. If he wasn't committed to Kelsey, why the fuck would he be committed to Meg? She knew that. Why is it not wrong for her for not knowing, okay, he's already sleeping with my friend, I should stay away from him like that? Just keep it friends. But you're gonna find wrong in him for her going behind her friend back. She knew. They talked. She knew that her friend was sleeping with Tori. But he the wrong one. This shit amazing.
Betraying Kelsey's friendship and sleeping with Megan behind her back. But you guys never say that shit. You know? We can say, hold on, wait. You can say that Tory was wrong for trying to smash Kylie behind Megan and Kelsey back. But
so how he tried to smash her behind their back when he tried to smash Kylie in front of their face? Oh, he wrong for trying to smash them behind their back. No, that man ain't trying to hide that shit. He knew that he wasn't committed to neither one of y'all. So that's why he didn't try to hide it. He came over there and tried to do everything he tried to do right there in y'all motherfucking face. But they still deflecting. They still gonna make an excuse.
Y'all don't never do that. And see, it's not about that. It's about the foots and the pow. But I'm gonna let you go. I just have to say that. It was in my spirit. Go ahead.
Yeah, this behavior is extremely
weird. I'm being quiet so you can have the floor.
Oh, okay. So the reason why I'm bringing up the whole factor of Megan screwing that boy that's supposed to be her girlfriend's boyfriend or whatever or whatnot is because that's part of the reason why Kelsey is not riding with Meg. How she go from selling prostitution in the very beginning when they the very first time they interviewed her, she gave them all these details about how to become a doctor. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. How to as a doctor girl, gave them all these details, and now all of a sudden you get up here and before the judge and you have that music and you plead the fifth. Now maybe had it not been that kind of going on between the two of them, you probably wouldn't be at
This is Wabbitry 101, y'all. If y'all ain't never seen some Wabbitry, boy, this is it right here. Carrying narratives.
We know who the hell shot the girl. Because the girl was shot. We just don't know who shot her.
We know who shot her.
You sure that's all you got?
Now we do.
That's it. I don't like that boy. I don't like him. I think he tries to ask.
It's always about who we like. It's always about who we like.
AF parading that little boy up in the front. I don't know how old that little boy is. His son is.
Too young to be around that mess.
It's too young. Like, who really is gonna have it?
But y'all see the contradiction right here? Now, if Meg had kids, let's say Meg had kids, and she came to court and she had her baby with her, wouldn't that be what they would be using and be like, oh, she got a son, he shot her, this is a mother. But nobody said this is a father. If this man is being falsely accused, you don't care about this man being a father to his child? Y'all don't care what y'all doing to this man. But if she was a mother and she came there and she had her child, what do you think anybody would be saying, oh, she dead wrong for bringing her child into this mess? That's wild, man.
And where the mama at? Where the mama?
Girl, I'm sorry, you calm down. I'm smoking this blunt and I'm trying to relax. Girl, that's what I said. That's what I said. Where is the mama at?
I bet she got a story to tell. We need to put her ass on the stand.
Girl, we y'all do, girl.
Hell yeah, put Tori baby mama on the stand. She gonna tell us how he put paws on her, how he put fear in her, and how he cheated on her and everything.
So now the man, now he's a woman beater. No evidence of that. Now if you put his baby mama on the stand, she gonna tell all kind of stuff. Why don't you put all the niggas that Meg messing with on the stand? Would you do that? Nah.
Yeah, because that goes to credibility.
But what's your name again?
It's Dee.
Dee. Queen Dee. I get so sick and tired of them at my face talking about, well, Megan had slept with Kelsey, her nigga, a hoe. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That has nothing to do with the pow. So are they saying because you slept around, then that equals you to have a pow? Because that's what it sounds like when you keep bringing that shit up. It be sounding like they're excusing it.
That's what his defense is using. They're using the fact that they're trying to say that he has no credibility because, you know,
because she lied.
A liar about lying about, you know, with Chelsea, with Tory Lane, she lied to Gail, and you know, she lied to the public, and that she's lying now, and basically she has no credibility. So
stop that. That don't got shit to do with credibility. All these you see how
that has a lot to do with credibility. Because that ain't the only thing she lied about, but y'all will see. They'll push this narrative. They'll do this wabbitry where they'll try to act like that's the only lie that was told. They forget that she said, oh, I got out the car, but she ain't mention that her friend got out the car with her. She don't want to mention that her and her friend got into a fight. They're denying that they ever got into a fight. There's more than one lie. But see, they try to highlight this whole, oh, they just bringing up her sex life. Her sex life ain't got nothing to do with it. It got a lot to do with it. Because it explains why you and your friend was fighting. Y'all fighting over a man. And possibly somebody got shot over a man. Now, it don't seem like she meant to actually shoot her. But you have no problem pinning it all on him. And the evidence shows that if that man shot that gun 5 times, his DNA would be all over that gun. That's all we're saying.
Humans are hypocrite as hell. All these motherfuckers have lied. And lied on the internet, lied on the everywhere. You know how many of these celebrity niggas lie about, oh, I'm so faithful, I'm a good husband, and that's not true.
Where the bodyguard is?
Oh, he's in Dubai.
Where the driver at?
Oh, they said that he don't want nothing to do with Tory Lane case because he know he did it. And
now that's an update that I need to go ahead and play for y'all. After this little part right here, I'm gonna play an update that we have. The bodyguard has come up missing, y'all. The bodyguard has come up missing. The driver, they can't find the driver all of a sudden. So there's two key people to this case that all of a sudden they disappeared. Now, I don't know if that's for the favor of Tor or if that's in the favor of Meg. But the way all this shit going, I can assume that it might be in the favor of Meg. Because if that driver was to say what truly happened, what the evidence say, that wouldn't be good. Because now both of these women would be charged with perjury. If that bodyguard tells the truth, according to what everybody else said and the evidence, that wouldn't be good for her. Right. That the content creator is living a lie. Or she just pandering to her audience. Or he, whichever one it is. I don't know. There's no picture up here.
They can't even get a subpoena to find him. They can't even get a subpoena to find him.
You can subpoena the court. How can you disappear?
No, they can't even get a subpoena to find him. That's what they say. We talking about Tory Lane, man.
Okay, and what about Megan's too?
Nah, I don't know about him. I guess he's still missing.
Y'all Google it, YouTube it, get up on there and look. He missing too.
I told him. I read that post. But you know, he wasn't there.
But didn't Kelsey, y'all, just check me if I'm wrong, didn't she say Megan do the court?
Yeah, she said. And we have the text message, so the text message is legit, so that's not made up.
Right, but that's what you made this bodyguard.
I don't know who it went to, but I know the bodyguard said, they say he's not missing. They clarified that. You see how they lied? You see how they lied? You see how they lied? That's Tory Lane's people talking about he missing because they want to, oh, girl, I got to taste you some bacon. But damn, I don't got no damn bacon in the game. Girl, I cooked all my bacon today. Anyway.
Get that Costco cook bacon for nice like this.
Girl, or some pork chops. When the last time you had some good ass pork chops? Okay? You know who got some good ass pork chops? What's that? Longhorn?
Oh, you talking about a restaurant?
Yeah, what you thought I was talking about? Well, I will cook some pork chops. Yeah, I do that. I cook me some turkey burgers.
Nobody hear that bullshit.
It make me feel all greasy. Yes, Simply's juice. Simply's watermelon. It is thebomb.com.
Okay, this shit here that got kind of ridiculous or whatever. So I'm about to play what we'll play with Mar-a-Lago Grams, what she had to say about the missing bodyguard. Let's see what she had to say about the missing bodyguard real quick.
This lighting is real.
He got to say, but now the bodyguard is missing too. Let's hear what Millie got to say. Make sure you like the video and subscribe.
I am in my car. Okay, I just got my hair done. This lighting is real bad, so don't even worry about it. But come here so I can tell you something right quick. People. I had to pull over at McDonald's. I done came and got me a gourmet meal, came and got me a hot and spicy with some chicken nuggets and a Sprite. I'm sitting up here minding my business when news breaks that Justin has gone missing. Megan's mother old ass security guard that had the gun in the swimming pool, he done went missing. He was supposed to testify on Friday, nigga. That nigga never showed up. They are now considering him a missing person. Get me some pictures on this mother screen. He ain't on this shit right here. Talk exclusive. He didn't went missing. He was scheduled to testify on Friday. As first week of shocking testimony wrapped in the notorious assault trial, the Shade Room has exclusively learned that Megan Thee Stallion's former bodyguard, who was also scheduled to testify on Friday, Justin Spiro, spoke to the Shade. And we recently learned that Justin Edison went missing right before he was scheduled to appear. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And do you? Justin is the one that said that he went to get Tori confessed that he had shot that girl.
Right.
He was supposed to be the other witness to that. And they don't even know where the fuck he is. He was supposed to come in on Friday. Let me tell you something. What y'all gonna stop saying? Is the judge going to this shit out? This is this is still misinformation. This bullshit or what? That's what I want to know. This is real fucking convenient, bitch. Okay. Gotta go. So some shit up.
All right. Now shout out to LeBron, Instagram. We still look for Quan. Where's Quan? Where's the driver? Now the body.
What y'all think happened to that damn driver? I mean, that bodyguard. What y'all think happened to that bodyguard? Y'all think he just up and disappeared? Y'all think he on a run? Or did he disappear? Did he just disappear? That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. But yeah, it's a lot going on the YouTube streets. Everybody's covering this shit. Everybody's you got these misinformed people. Now, I can't say that everything that these people are putting out on YouTube is 100% accurate. They're just telling their point of view. And I get it. But only thing they're doing is, you
can only go back to what the industry's been saying.
You can only go back
to that later.
What the industry has been saying. I'll get back to that
only
later.
thing they're doing is reporting what the hell going on.
Home and get my motherfucking hair. Home and get my motherfucking hair. Y'all ready to get into this shit? Y'all ready to get into this shit?
I'm about
to talk about it. I'm ready to go change my motherfucking nose rings. I'm ready to go change my motherfucking nose rings.
My bad. But anyway, what else we got going on in the YouTube streets? Ain't nobody trying to come up here and say nothing. That's cool. I guess I got to keep talking. So, of course, y'all know Gunna has given his testimony in this trial when it comes to Young Thug. Now, what we have learned in this case that Young Thug went to court the other day, and when he went to court, he ended up kind of getting a little good news. And I want to tell y'all what's really going on, how his defense team is kind of chipping away at this RICO case. Because what y'all got to realize, this RICO case is not federal. It's still a state case. The GBI is not. GBI is Georgia's, Bureau of Investigation. They're not actually the feds, but they are. They are a department that kind of cover, cases all over the state of Georgia, because you got the local, county governments or whatever, and all the time they don't have the resources and stuff to handle all cases. So sometimes the Georgia Bureau of Investigation got it because they got a little bit wider range. They got more experience. They got more resources. But that doesn't mean they have the same resources as a federal government would have. They might have the best lawyers or prosecutors in the state, but if you're the feds, you're going to have the best lawyers in the country. So there's still going to be a difference, or you're going to have the best prosecutors in the country. So, the way Young Thug's lawyer is chipping away at this case. Well, first we learned a couple of months ago that that they found out that the wiretap that they used to figure out that saying that he rented the car that was involved in the murder, that's falling apart. Now we're finding out that the search that they did of his home, that's falling apart because they didn't have a legal search warrant. And that's what was played out in court the other day, that they did not have a legal search warrant when they entered Young Thug's home. That the prosecution has fucked up. Let's see if we can find that. Let me play that real quick. And I already had it highlighted in my I got it on my phone.
I started Jewel Dancewear in 2011.
But let me see if I could just find the highlight right here on YouTube real quick.
Also known as Young Thug, appeared before a judge for the very first time since being arrested earlier this year.
Williams is accused of committing criminal acts in a gang known as Young Slime Life.
Joe Ripley was inside the courtroom today following the proceedings, which will influence the start of his trial in January.
That's right. Today, in a motions for Jeffrey Williams, also known as Young Thug, to dismiss his case altogether. Well, just moments ago, a judge denied this. This all after this trial was delayed, this hearing, I should say, nearly 5 hours because of technical difficulties, as well as a courtroom switch. All of that delaying this motions hearing to about 2 o'clock this afternoon. The judge, we eventually got our first glimpse of Jeffrey Williams entering the courtroom, even gave a smile towards supporting family and friends, a few dozen of those, as he walked in today. He is one of 28 people tonight accused of gang-related charges handed down by Fulton District Attorney Fonnie Willis. One of the defendants, Sergio Kitchens, also known as Gunna, was released from jail yesterday after
court did not actually find that the entry into the home was unlawful. The court found that the state had not met its burden to find it was lawful. So I think that's an important distinction, one.
I was arguing that the entry into Mr. Williams' home was unlawful, and therefore everything in that home could not be taken, should have been suppressed and returned to Mr. Williams.
And Williams did get some good news tonight. The judge will not allow that phone to be admissible for evidence in his upcoming trial. As for that trial, it's set to start next month.
Now, see, that's very important because, like I say, when you're dealing with cases like this, you just got to chip away at little shit by little shit. They already chipped away the part where it was they didn't have a real warrant to go to Hertz Rental and get the warrant of the rental car that they're accusing him of renting for the person that ended up shooting, that ended up killing one of his so-called ops, which is supposed to be the big homie of what's that guy's name? What's the nigga name? Lucci. YFN Lucci. Remember, he got killed, and that's the whole reason this whole YSL investigation started. Now, what I'm gonna bring to y'all attention right now is, see, everybody is focused on Gunna. Gunna is the one that got released the day before Young Thug went to court. Gunna is a rapper. He's a public figure. He's a celebrity. So, of course, everybody's going to notice what he did. But nobody wants to pay attention what the co-founder of YSL did. Because, you know, he got released the same day that Gunna did. Now, let's see what they got to say about him. And I'm going to go get this information from 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake always do a good job of pulling up niggas' paperwork. So let's learn a little bit about the co-founder of Young Thug's YSL group.
I have a challenge for all of you.
Hold on real quick. Let me get through this commercial.
To another episode of EO West. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with y'all. This video, we're going to be speaking on DK, one of YSL's
co-founders, who recently pled guilty and also testified in another case.
You're facing a tough challenge now. How are you going to get through that?
The same way I got through everything else, with God and my faith.
With the
Now, in case y'all don't know who this is Walter Murphy. Walter Murphy, if you didn't recognize, is, remember the other day when I played the video of when Young Gunna was getting out of jail? They played his court statement and all that stuff like that, and he's admitting that YSL is a gang, and you know he knows people that are committing gang activity and all that shit. Pretty much snitching, if you want to look at it, if you want to call it that. So at the end of that video, they said also Walter Murphy was released under the same kind of condition. You don't see people all on YouTube talking about, oh, this dude snitched, this dude snitched, this dude, you know what I'm saying? Because Gunna is the rapper. But see, the real street dudes, this is the dude that co-founded with Young Thug the so-called gang, the alleged gang. Now, how did he get out of prison? Let's see what the kind of shit that this man has under his belt. Why is this man even free? Why is he even considered being free? Once you find out the type of shit that he has under his belt. I'm gonna let them tell you. But 1090 Jake tell you, 1090 Jake, salute to 1090 Jake. He always do an excellent job of pulling up paperwork on these motherfucking so-called street dudes.
I got through everything else with God. I got through everything else with God and my faith.
With the news of Gunna's plea deal casting a temporary shadow over the rest of the
YSL case, an actual member has also guilty. 31-year-old Walter just RICO Act. But unlike Gunna, DK has even stronger ties to the alleged gang and a violent criminal history. Within the YSL indictment, DK would be listed as having committed 10 acts in furtherance of YSL, including 2 shootings and even tattooing YSL on his forehead. Back in September of 2013, according to court transcripts, 2 brothers were on their way home when a black male wearing a red shirt and black shorts approached their vehicle saying, "You already know what time it is," as he aimed a handgun demanding money. That's when he fired a single round into the floor of the car between the victim's legs when the 2 brothers got out of the car and ran. It just so happened 3 police officers were inside of a neighboring apartment within the complex on a separate investigation when they heard the shot. One officer ran to the parking lot, witnessing the suspect wearing a red shirt run and jump into a Nissan with 2 other men. Another officer jumped in front of the Nissan, demanding the 3 men exit the vehicle at gunpoint, but the Nissan drove past, almost hitting the officer before crashing into an unmarked police vehicle. The officer would open fire, shooting.
Now think about this crazy ass shit that's going on with this cat. I went to prison for 3 years for aggravated assault. And I ain't do none of this shit. I shot a nigga that deserved to be shot. A nigga that robbed me. This nigga did all kind of shit, shooting at the police. I'm gonna slide back just a little bit so he can explain that again, y'all. What this motherfucker was involved in.
Suspect wearing a red shirt. Colin ran. Shorts. Two indictment. DK would be listed as having committed 10 acts in furtherance of YSL, including 2 shootings and even tattooing YSL on his forehead.
Now, this cat here has committed 10 acts of furthering the gang. They only had Gunna for 1 act, and they really ain't have him for no crime. Only thing they charged him was racketeering. This motherfucker here, they got this nigga with all kind of shit. Listen to the shit they got this nigga lined up with, and tell me how the fuck he just got out.
Back in September of 2013, according to court transcripts, 2 brothers were on their way home when a black male wearing a red shirt and black shorts approached their vehicle saying, "You already know what time it is," as he aimed a handgun demanding money. That's when he fired a single round into the floor of the car between the victim's legs when the 2 brothers got out of the car and ran. It just so happened 3 police officers were inside of a neighboring apartment within the complex on a separate investigation when they heard the shot. One time with vehicle. Initial victim from the robbery claimed he'd been robbed, and DK was found in possession of exactly $970, the amount reported stolen. DK and his accomplice had been shot and were transported to the hospital while the getaway driver was uninjured and gave a statement to police. He claimed the victim was a drug dealer and they planned to rob him. He further claimed the police vehicle was unmarked and all he knew was the car drove up and started shooting, so he drove off while DK and the other man were shot in the back seat. 3 guns were found in the getaway vehicle, 2 of which had been fired during the exchange and gunfire with police. The victim, Derek Dotson, had actually dated DK's cousin, and DK wasn't robbing him, but confronting him on the money he was shorted. A few months later, Derek had shot at DK and pistol whipped his child's mother in a parking lot. According to DK's court transcripts, it states DK and his child's mother both testified against Derek Dodson in Clayton County Court, and further states DK has been talking to Atlanta police about some important matters. He's been doing right. Derek Dodson would die by alleged suicide before trial in his case. While still going to court for the shooting, DK would be out on bond with in April of 2015. He fired a rifle at 4 men, striking 1 in the head. The man would luckily...
So let's get this straight, y'all. This nigga already done been to jail for robbing one dude for $1,000. The dude that he or 906 something, or whatever they said, $900 something. So the dude that he robbed turned out to be his sister's baby daddy. I think that's what they said. So in the mix of that robbery, the police tried to arrest him. This nigga got into a shootout with the police. I can't make this shit up. That's what they saying. And I'm just breaking it down. Got in a shootout with the police. So when they picked him up with the police, he should have been gone for good right then. Because when I was locked up, niggas, I seen niggas doing 10, 15 years just for running from the police, and the police just happened to get hurt while they was running from the police. This nigga shot at the police and claiming that he didn't know there was a police because they was in an unmarked car, which is a good, a good shit. But you still just committed armed robbery. You still just committed armed robbery that the police was on the scene for. That's 10 years by itself. And it's a violent crime, so you're going to do 8.5 of them years. I know this for sure in Georgia. I know this for a fact. I got 3 years for aggravated assault. They made me do every fucking minute of that 3 years. I was supposed to get only 85%, but they said, nah, fuck it, nigga. We need you to do every minute of that shit. Everybody that was in there with a violent crime, especially armed robbery, 5 to 10 years. Very seldom, very rare that you're gonna get under 5 years. But you're gonna get 10 years. That's the mandatory. Sometimes they'll give it to you in a split sentence. So they'll be like a 10 do 5, a 10 do 3, 10 do 2. But you still have a 10-year sentence because any kind of little slip up, you're gonna have to go do the rest of that time. So this nigga just committed armed robbery. He shot at the police. The nigga got out, shot at some niggas with a rifle, and fucked around and shot one of the dudes. Now let's go ahead and continue on because this is about to be a shocking part. This nigga just shot one of the dudes and took off a piece of the man's head. The dude's still living, but there's a dude right now with a chunk of his fucking head knocked out because of this dude. And they just let him back out. How you get out? How you keep getting out? Hold on, let me play this shit so y'all can hear what I heard.
Survive, but be permanently Dodson in Clayton County Court, and further states DK has been talking to Atlanta police about some important matters. He's been doing right. Derek Dodson would die by alleged suicide before trial in his case. While still going to court for the shooting, DK would be out on bond with in April of 2015. He fired a rifle at 4 men, striking 1 in the head. The man was luckily figured as a large portion of his skull had to be removed. For whatever reason, the details of this case have been sealed. DK would take an alpha plea in his first case and was sentenced to 15 years in prison, was given 7 months time served, and only had to serve 18 months in prison while the remainder of his sentence was to be on probation.
Now, that's the part right there that lost me. That's the part right there that lost me. I don't want to hear nothing about a nigga ain't snitching. How in the fuck do you shoot off a piece of a nigga head after you already out on an armed robbery charge and shooting at the police? And how the fuck is this the only nigga in the world that know about this Alfred plea? This nigga, man, we done heard this Alfred plea 2 times, 3 times already, y'all. When it comes to these niggas. He took an Alfred plea before this Alfred plea. So the Alfred plea is saying, okay, I ain't saying I did it, but y'all got too much evidence on me, so I'm gonna plead guilty anyway. They gave this nigga 15 years. Remember I told you, if you have a violent crime, you have to do 85% of your time. I know this for a fact. How the hell does he take an Alpha plea and does 18 months on a 15-year sentence? You don't even do that if you got a dope charge. The dope charge, they give 35% in Georgia. I know this for a fact. So how in the fuck out of a 15-year sentence, you do 18 months, 7 months time served, and you take an Alpha plea, and you are a violent criminal, 3 times, like armed robbery, shooting at a cop, now you fucking shooting off people, pieces of niggas' heads. And a nigga just pistol whipped your baby mama. And here you is, goddamn, you know what I'm saying, coming to the police about a nigga pistol whipping your baby mama. See, this is that street nigga life that niggas, you know what I'm saying, you don't get to hear about. Nah, they don't tell you about this shit. Baby mama involved, everybody involved. How's this nigga on the street though? And they just let him back on the street. Where's the outrage? I thought Fannie Willis or whatever the fuck her name is, I thought she was handling this shit. But the real fucked up people, you letting right back out there. And they'll slide him right back on the streets along with Gunner. Now Gunner, I think he should have had a chance to go back on. You shouldn't be held in that motherfucker without any bond and all that, and you don't have a record. You don't have a background and all that shit like that. That man should have had a bond on his first bond. All he was charged with was 1 count of racketeering. Now I can see why they was holding Thug, because Thug has several charges or whatever. So I can almost see why they would do that, but I even think he should at least be able to be out on bond and fighting his case from outside. But that's how the state play in Georgia anyway. They holding Thug for the guns and the drugs that they found in the car. And they holding him for the racketeering case, what they claiming he's the head of the gang, right? They got this man no bond all this time. You think they can't, and Thug's supposed to be the co-founder. Just like this dude here, this dude is the co-founder of YSL. The co-founder of the gang, YSL. He's actually committing the violent crimes. He's the only one proven to robbing niggas, shooting niggas, and death being all around. He's there on the damn scene. But you got Young Thug locked up. You don't have him with the smoking gun. He ain't just shot. The police ain't just had to go chase this nigga and him running into a damn laundromat and him shooting back at the police and shooting pieces of niggas' heads off and shit like that. He might be rapping about shit like that, but this nigga actually out here in the field doing it. And remind y'all, they just let this man free right alongside Gunner. He flew right under the radar. Everybody saying Gunner the snitch, but shit, this nigga coming to court to do the same thing Gunner gonna do. If they need you to come to court, you better come to court. But it's looking like, I think that Thug gonna beat a lot of these charges only charges he gonna really have to face is that overall racketeering. But all they gotta do is prove that any one of these niggas was committing crimes in furtherance of the gang. They got Gunna saying he knows people that's committing crimes in furtherance of the gang, and it is a gang. And you got this nigga that just pleaded guilty to being the co-founder of the gang. And you know what I'm saying? And that YSL is a gang. And that he would come in and cooperate. I'm pretty sure his shit wasn't on camera like Gunna shit was. It's real strange that Gunna shit was on camera. So we got to hear the details of what they told this nigga that he got to do. This dude here, we didn't get to do that. We didn't get the details of what it is he's gonna goddamn what his cooperation gonna be. Cause we know there's gotta be some cooperation. You take a goddamn plea deal, you don't get to make the terms of the goddamn deal. Yeah, you don't get to make the and then you gotta know that this nigga is a high risk of getting killed, not of committing a crime. This nigga is liable to get himself killed out there. I wouldn't be surprised if this nigga here turned up dead. So why would you want the biggest risk nigga out there? Why would you want the biggest risk person out there? You could watch Young Thug. You could have let him out. It ain't no way Young Thug getting out of this country unrecognized. All you gotta do is put a monitor on him. You know where he at. But this street dude right here, shit. Y'all gonna put him in a position where a nigga gonna kill him. Well, nigga know he hot right now, so niggas ain't gonna fuck with him. Nigga know like, but that nigga the Fed, boy, ain't nobody fucking with him. They know the Fed watching. You touch him, boy, y'all ass fucked up. This is amazing though. But you know, all the focus on Gunna right now.
$15 years in prison, was given 7 months time served, and only had to serve 18
months in prison, while the remainder of his sentence was to be on probation. And his second shooting, DK pled guilty and was sentenced to 25 years, having to serve 8 in prison, followed by 12 years of probation and a 5-year suspended sentence. The majority of crimes.
Wait, what? So hold on. After the 15 years shit, the nigga went and got another charge where he got 25 years. He went and got another charge where he got 25, do 8. This nigga ain't got that much life where he could keep doing getting all these sentences, but he just got let out again. Y'all ain't hearing me. How many niggas have you ever seen get sentenced to, what was the first one? 15 years. Then a nigga gets sentenced to another 25 years. Then get caught up in a fucking, and all I'm talking about all violent crimes, not just dope cases and maybe scams or, you know, excessive goddamn traffic tickets or some shit. This nigga literally knocking pieces of niggas' heads off. Robbing niggas for a band. I don't care what he told you. Oh, I was just recovering some dope money. Man, them folks don't ask why you goddamn went up there and goddamn took a nigga money and goddamn shooting back at them. Just shooting back at them alone. 10 years. This nigga taking Alfred pleas, but he getting in trouble before the Alfred pleas are done with. So that means you supposed to be doing the rest of your sentence. Come on now. This nigga done beat, listen to how many cases how many years this nigga supposed to be doing. This nigga supposed to be locked up for 50 years right now. But he just walked out right along with Gunna. yet with another plea. The fuck? And what this nigga getting these kind of money? Where he getting these kind of lawyers at? Who the fuck is representing this nigga? Where he breaking these kind of deals? Do he got Young Gunner kind of? Do he got goddamn? Who is the fucking rapper here? Who the fucking rapper here? This nigga done went platinum or some shit? Hold on, we're gonna go back and hear all how many charges, how many goddamn times this nigga done got out of prison. I gotta count up the right amount of years that this nigga's supposed to be doing.
Luckily survive, but be permanently disfigured as a large portion of his Investigators would soon learn the victim, Derek Dotson, had actually dated DK's cousin, and DK wasn't robbing him, but confronting him on the money he was shorted. A few months later, Derek had shot at DK and pistol whipped his child's mother in a parking lot. According to DK's court transcripts, it states DK and his child's mother both testified against Derek Dotson in Clayton County Court, and further states DK has been talking to Atlanta police about some important matters. He's been doing right. Derek Dotson would die by alleged suicide before trial in his case. While still going to court for the shooting, DK would be out on bond when in April of 2015, he fired a rifle at 4 men, striking 1 in the head. The man would luckily survive, but be permanently disfigured as a large portion of his skull had to be removed. For whatever reason, the details of this case have been sealed. DK would take an alpha plea in his first case and was sentenced to 15 years in prison, was given 7 months time served, and only had to serve 18 months in prison while the remainder of his sentence was to be on probation. In his second shooting, DK pled guilty and was sentenced to 25 years, having to serve 8 in prison, followed by 12 years of probation and a 5-year suspended sentence. The majority of crimes committed within the YSL case were committed while DK was serving time in prison, and DK was currently on parole before being indicted. But while his lawyer tries to portray DK as having already served his time like a man, previous court transcripts clearly state DK had some type of interaction with police going on way back in 2013, and even testified with his child's mother after being shot at while she was pistol whipped. But in this indictment, DK would admit in court he, alongside Young Thug and another man, founded YSL back in 2012. Well,
now, do you think that's the reason why this man been still on the street all this damn time, man? That one sole fact right there, you would have thought that they would have threw this nigga under the jail. So for the first case that the nigga had got, they gave him 15 years, right? That was for the case of the robbery with the goddamn shooting back at the police and all that shit. The nigga took the alpha plea. The alpha plea, the nigga did 7 fucking months and another 18 fucking months. This nigga did 2 years for robbing a nigga and shooting back at the fucking police. And I did 3 years for shooting one monkey ass nigga that robbed me. Wasn't no fucking alpha plea. We in the same fucking state. This nigga been a police for a long time. Out the gate, nigga. That nigga worked the deal out the gate. That was before the whole goddamn rap group got together and all that shit. That nigga went and helped this nigga start a gang and lined this nigga up from day one. This back in 2012. Second case, he had 25 years, do 8. He did the pretty much down near the 8 years. That's why he getting out right now. I mean, he just got out right before this racketeering shit came. Because all the shit that they're accusing Thug and all that of them are doing, He wasn't even here for it. Can't even say he was in that shit. He ain't did shit. He was locked up the whole time. He just helped you found the goddamn shit. So he just letting he willing to come to court. It seemed like to say, well, yo, we started this shit as a gang. Shit, we started this shit doing this and this and that, this and that. But how the fuck? So he got out for the 8 years, right? He out on parole, supposedly, off a 25-year sentence. After 25 do 8. Well, they said 25 do. I'm assuming that the first 15 years that they gave him, when they end up giving him the 25 years, they ran that what they call concurrent. There's concurrent and there's consecutive. Now, they say you're going to do this time consecutive, that means you're going to do 25 and then you're going to do 15. But if you got 2 charges at the same time and you just get more for one charge than the other, you pretty much running both charges concurrent. So I guess he had a 25 do 8. So when he got out, what they did is they gave him a probation violation for catching this racketeering charge. Now, what they would have had to do, if they would have had to say, we're going to even drop your probation hold, we're not going to replicate you for being on for papers, and we're going to assign you this deal where all you got to do is come back and, you know, be truthful and tell us everything, you know what I'm saying? We need you to tell us and we'll let you back on the street, because right now we can take back the rest of this 25 years that we gave you. Yeah, you just got out from 8 years. And you was out here and you doing good and you got yourself together. We like that. But nigga, you could come back and do these 25 years for us. You could come and do the rest of this 25 years. What that's left? So let's say he been out for like 2 years, right? So he would have to go do 15 more years after you done been out here doing good, probably raising your family and all that shit. If them folks tell you, I'm about to sit, hey, sitting there for 8 years, I'm telling you, that'll change your life. You ain't that nigga you was in 2012. You can bet that shit. Now remember, they started their investigation in about 2014. About 2014. All the shit that happened, it ain't had nothing to do with him. All they need him to do is say, nigga, YSL is a gang. All they need Gunna to do is say, YSL is a gang. That's all. And out of those other 30 niggas, all they gotta find is one of them niggas that done got committed, that got found guilty of committing one of the crimes of the gang for furtherance of the gang. And tie him as the leader. But this is the nigga that you're gonna have to worry about, it seems like, if he decided to, you know, come back and give them valuable information. He might come back and give them some bullshit, but he got 15 years to worry about. The rest of them niggas don't have that to worry about. Gunna could come back and Gunna could just be like, it's blurred. He could start playing these goddamn, these med games with him. You know what I'm saying? But he done got out. Only the most they could do is take his little 5 years, but he'll be prepared for that. I don't blame him for doing what he did. But when it comes to this nigga, he got 15 years to think about. Them other niggas that's sitting in jail right now, whatever time they got to think about also. But like I say, Thug been chipping at this shit a little bit by little bit. They already got the little car shit fucked up. I mean, the rental car shit, you know what I'm saying? Then he had that victory the other day with them not being able to use anything that they came in there and did that search when they came and arrest him. They couldn't use any of that stuff that they found in there. They can't use the weed that they found against them. They can't use the guns that they found in that house. They can't use the cell phone. I mean, the cell phone records that they found in that house, any of the devices that they got in that house, any evidence that they got out of that house, they cannot use it in his trial now. That is a victory for him, because what they found in that cell phone probably connects him to the whole rental car shit and any of the connections to the people that they're saying he's connected to within the YSL gang. And I'm just speculating, y'all. I'm just speculating. Because I'm pretty sure they tried to use a lot of that shit in there to tie him into what they're saying he's got going on. Now the only thing they have is the case where he and Gunna was in the car together. Because if y'all realize, that's what they asked Gunna to say. They said, you were in a car with another gentleman, Jeffrey, whatever, and where a gun and some methamphetamines were found, and it wasn't yours, right? And he was like, correct, it ain't mine. So that means what? It ain't yours. Same thing goddamn Thug is gonna say, shit wasn't mine. You know, possession is what? They say 9/10 of the law. But people gonna say it ain't they shit. You could get that dropped down to a lesser charge. So now when Gunna said, oh, YSL is a gang, now they're gonna have to separate the gang from the damn from the record label. That's the only problem now. The actual individual cases in between, they're supposed to be racketeering and there's all that shit. All them shits are kind of falling apart. That's all I'm saying. There is gonna be some time to be served, but don't be surprised if some of these charges get knocked down to some smaller charges, and you be looking at like, you know, little 5 to 7 years, something like what Pooh Shiesty doing. A nigga be out in like 5.5. Oh.
We don't have actual footage of what all DK admitted to in court like we do with Gunna. We can only assume he agreed to much of the same, as far as YSL being a gang and Young Thug being a founder. DK would plead guilty to violating Georgia's RICO Act and be sentenced to 10 years with 1 year time served and the remaining 9 years to be served on probation.
Now, question here. Good question here. Will they give Young Thug that same deal? If they came to Young Thug right now with that deal, what's good, Monica? If they came to Young Thug right now with that deal, if I was Young Thug, I probably would take that deal. The time that I done been in here, time served, I get to get out. I'm on 10 years probation. All right, fucking run it. I get to get off in 5 years and I pay off all the money and I do all my community service, all that bullshit. I'm just gonna plead guilty. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. We'll let y'all have that little bit. Yeah, we'll start a new name. We'll do it the right way this time. Got all the bad apples out the way. See what the fuck done went down. Bam. Can Thug get that same deal? Because you're saying that this dude that you just gave that deal is the co-founder, so he's just as important as Thug, right? Even though he been locked up the whole goddamn time and none of this shit had nothing to do with him. But at the same time, he's a dude with a way longer past, you know what I'm saying, past than me. That's crazy. See, this is what happens when niggas be out here goddamn in the industry wearing dresses and shit for these motherfuckers and all that shit. And you decide one day that you don't want to wear no dresses and shit no more because you care about your son now. And now this is what they do to you. I actually don't think Thug is a bad person. I just think he made some fucked up decisions. And these niggas be thinking that they could play with the devil when they selling their soul.
As part of his plea deal, he has agreed to testify truthfully in any further
trial, as it may become necessary. DK is also required to perform 300 hours of community service, and his probation will be terminated after 5 years. So much like Gunna, as long as DK is willing to testify when asked, he will remain free, while the prosecutor's grip only strengthens on the main man they wish to punish in the YSL indictment. Now, obviously, common sense.
Yeah, Thug, man, he took a little L just even messing with these cats, man, because this cat here, he gonna come back to bite him in the ass. It's all good, though. I think he got it. He just gonna have to, you know, man, he gonna have to do a couple of years. Compared to what y'all thinking that, you know, he gonna do? Nah, I doubt it. But you know, since Gunna the rapper though, you know, we're gonna see him first. But this is a teachable moment. But you know, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Want y'all to have a good night, or a good morning anyway. We're gonna wrap up these things with a
This is to the streets.
A nice little
Y'all
outro.
know what time it is. Yo, this is to the streets. Y'all know what time it is.
Salute to the chat. Salute to Carl Belton, Monica Holland, Amp Robbery, Teran, Love Lace, Keep the Chat. Damn it. Spread the word. Big Red Jumar. Crystal Williams. Steady grinding, salute. Jenny Velez. Chocolate Candy Lady. Iceberg Thoughts. Ron BTV. Mia Bell Good.
Like a dice board, I ain't feeling niggas. New KKK,
cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga. All nighters on the block, I know the feeling, nigga. Click got bodies, I ain't talking builders. Bag your bitch, she good as groceries, nigga. Like a dyke broad, I ain't feeling niggas. New cake, cause I'm killing niggas. Like a coupe, drop, no silly nigga.